How's it going out there, good people? Welcome back to the House of Business Podcast 2.0. It's your host, Caleb Thompson. And I would like to thank everyone for watching these videos. I would like to thank everyone for coming out. And, I said coming out, but, that maybe there's going to be a point in time where, people will come out to watch me speak. So, I don't believe that was by mistake, but today we have a good one for you. We posted it earlier during the week to make sure that you guys had a chance to kind of tune in and listen to us on today. But today we're going to be talking about beyond the plate, using food to drive community impact. Using food to drive community impact, and I always do this, But let me start off with the proper introduction. Welcome to the House of Business Podcast 2.0. It's your host, Caleb Thompson, and this is the place where we give you the tools, the knowledge, and the tools to execute your dreams and visions. You know where you're at. Like there's a time where, my mom had so many children. My mom had 14 kids. He has 14 kids. But she used to say, she used to call one of us and then another one of us. And then when she gets the right child, she'll say, well, you knew who I was talking to. Like, no, we didn't. But you know where you're at, man. You're at the House of Business Podcast, man. And I just don't like to thank you guys for supporting our podcast. But I'm going to give you 3 points about how food can be used as a tool to drive community impact. And number one is the power of food in community building. This is the power of food in community building. Food is universal. I don't care where you go, there's some food. Food is universal. It is a universal tool to drive community impact. I don't care where you go. People love food. People love food so much that there are certain traditions, cultures, and just regions around the world that only eat certain things. You cannot get that in South Africa. You can't get some of the stuff you get in the United States. Now you can make whatever you want to make, once you have the knowledge to do it. But certain things that's in Thailand, I can't get in America unless I have it shipped over. But it's not a culture or a tradition where it's naturally on my mind to get or to make. And different spices needs to be exported. Exported from one area of the globe and imported in another area of the globe, because we don't hold those spices here. That lets you know that food is universal. Food is universal, and that's a great way to build community impact through food, is because it's universal. That's the number one reason. And I also want to let you know that restaurants, I have a restaurant company with myself, and we drive community impact. We use food as a tool for community building and for community impact, to have an impact in the community, because we do a lot of charity and philanthropy work. What I mean by that is, even if we find a charity that we love, and we love the mission statement, we love what they're doing, but we ourselves are not in budget at the moment. Not saying that later on we won't donate, or later on we will do whatever we can to make sure that we can introduce that charity to our pool of investors, to our network, to make sure that everyone in that charity, they have an opportunity, or all of our investors, or all of our clients and customers have an opportunity to donate to them, because their model, their business model, their mission, or the nonprofit, what they stood for, it really pulled on our heartstrings. But the role of restaurants, cafes, and meal services are actually supposed to be modeled not only for profit, but for to foster community engagement, and that's true. Like I said, I've had some of my first dates at cafes. I've had dinner with family, at restaurants, and those are great places to have conversations. Those are great places outside of the home to get away and, and build a relationship, not only with our owner to a family, but also from family to family and from one member of the community to another member of the community. So food is universal, and your business model, shouldn't just be for profit. If you're a restaurant owner, a cafe owner, or you have meal services to some sort, it should be to foster community engagement, and that's the power. That's the power of food in those areas. Number 2 is feeding more than customers. Social responsibility in the food business. Feeding more than customers. This is your social responsibility in the food business. People say, I heard someone say, do not give all your food away, because it's going to raise your food costs and your prime costs. It's been a lot of times that, and I say a lot of times, I really mean a lot of times, while working in the food business, that if something isn't on the menu the next day, we will find people to give it away to. And then it came to a point where, as a chef, we had to understand that we cannot give away everything. Some of this stuff needs to be repurposed into other dishes to save food costs and ultimately prime costs, and that we can make more money and make more profit, so that at the end of the quarter, if we wanted to throw a event or feed the homeless every week, now we have it within our budget, and now we have the food and we have the strategy to do that, instead of just giving away, raising our costs and giving it away, and then it's worse. It's worse on the business. But feed more than customers, man. Social responsibility in the food business. Meal donation programs, man. Start your meal donation program. Even though we haven't started a meal donation program, we wanted to connect with the community in some area that we got established in and start a community program, which you can get tax deductions and things of that sort. But anytime you start to do something with a genuine heart and with the right motives, there's always going to be a spiritual recompense, and there's always going to be a physical recompense. There's always going to be a reward for that. So tax deductions are available for helping people in the community, starting meal programs that you can donate to, or that you can create yourself within your company. Those things are available. You can partner with shelters, schools, and community centers to provide meals. If you are not the primary food service provider at a school, what you can do is you can partner with the school for their summer school program. You can partner with the school for their after school program. When the primary food service provider has went home. So you can find places like that: shelters, schools, community centers. Rehabilitation centers, rehab centers for the elderly, and also for other places as well. Just say places of confinement, as well. Number 3 is job creation and economic upliftment. Number 3 is job creation and economic upliftment. So before we go any further with this last point, I want to know that we are talking about, if you just tuned in, we're talking about beyond the plate, using food to drive community impact. And we went over the first 2 points, and this is the third point. The first point is the power of food in community building, or in building within your community. Number 2 is feeding more than your customers. All food service providers have a social responsibility in the food business to feed more than their customers. Going outside into the community and helping, like we said, with meal donation programs, partnering with shelters and community centers and schools. Number 3 is job creation and economic upliftment. Once you put a business or establishment in the community, it allows you to create jobs. You create jobs, and it uplifts the economy. When there's more money coming in, there's more money going out. When you have and you're pulling people in, and just say you have an amazing menu, you have amazing food, amazing dishes, gourmet dishes, amazing atmosphere when you walk into your establishment. People will always come back, and what that does is it not only helps the economy in the place that you're stationed at or that you're located. People from outside of the community or outside of the city or the town, they will come and they will want to enjoy that food, and that also brings more finances, or raises the economy in the place that you're located in. So, but no, it provides employment opportunities for local communities. Drive with food. In these programs. I mean, in these restaurants, and also, I forgot to say this, but also you can create training programs for at-risk youth, formerly incarcerated and underprivileged groups as well. Yeah. So ex-cons, I hate to say that, ex-felons, you can create these programs to help them to find jobs, get back into society. A lot of these guys, they have things that they truly, really love to do. And cooking is one of them. So, a lot of ex-felon programs, at-risk youth. We also, at Tompkins Square Gardens Restaurant Company, we also help with as well. We have kids cooking classes that will be on April 6th. That is our founder's birthday, which is myself, April the 6th. And we will have kid cooking classes in New York City. We will disclose the location once we get closer to that date. But you can go to www.tompkinsSquareGardensRestaurantCompany.com or to register, or you can email us at Tompkins Square Gardens Restco, RESTCO at AOL.com Resco at AOL.com, and just let us know that you're interested in our cooking classes for children. We will also, once we continue with the cooking classes, we will also have other classes, like we'll have classes for couples on Valentine's Day, dad and daughter days, family days where the whole family comes in and cooks. And all of our kids, they receive a short video of themselves cooking that you can always keep forever until they're grown, and tease them with it. They're going to get a chef hat, and they are going to get a kid apron with our company logo on it. So, man, it's going to be a good time, man. It's going to be amazing. We also posted our children's dish, the cuisines that we will be cooking. Now, in between now and April, that menu may be modified. It may be modified just for the simple fact that we believe that some of those dishes are kind of a little bit complicated for children, but we will walk them through it. We will make the process, easy as possible. We'll explain everything that, what the food groups are, what we're using. We will explain that to the children. So if you ever, have to work and you have a child, and we do ages all the way from ages 5 to 12, 5 to 12 for the kids classes. You don't want to get up and cook. If you had a long day at work, your child doesn't know how to cook, instead of just eating cereal, we'll make sure that they don't burn the house down. They'll have a great experience. And then hopefully in the future, if this class takes off, maybe we can start a kids culinary school, small institution, an after school program as well, kind of like home economics. Maybe that can expand, but we don't know yet. Right now, we're just doing what we're supposed to do, and we just hope you guys just continue to support us, continue to support the House of Business Podcast 2.0. Continue to support Thompson Shoe and Clothing Unit Incorporated. That is where our merchandise is. It is with our sister company, Thompson Shoe and Clothing Unit. That is our sister company, and you guys can go there and check out some of our merchandise. You can get to that link for that website. You can get to that link by going through our webpage and checking out our catering menus and merchandise. So, you guys have a good one. This is Beyond the Plate. Using food to drive community impact. I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you back here next Saturday, 6 p.m. Peace.